Never been better.
She all right.
Feeling good. Feeling good.
She all right. You all right, too. You know, the Grays.
She had a good game last week. She was in Cleveland, right?
I was in Cleveland.
That's a good one.
Right.
The Ravens. All right. What
personally
Steelers?
speaking, I think you do a fabulous job covering the NFL. You deserve better assignments than
that's a
constantly
good
being
game.
sent to cold weather. No, she's
Steelers.
constantly sent to cold play. You know, Baltimore, Cleveland. How come she can't get sent to L.A.?
That is a great question.
What about Arizona?
That is
I
a
mean,
great
you know what I'm
question.
saying? What about Las Vegas? I mean, how come she can't go out something like that?
Yeah.
I'm just saying, somebody got to say it.
Sunshine.
You got to go where the good teams are.
That is true, and I will say the AFC North. There's nothing like the AFC North.
I will say this to you: you're wrong. It's not just about the great teams. For us, it's the best stories.
Yes.
Best stories.
The Cardinals are a good story right now.
But
Layers, though.
before Swagoo had his little pom poms, he stole that from me. That's my look when I'm in Ohio. The little pom pom hats. That's
That's you. You got the pom pom.
Yeah.
So a grown ass man stole a look from you.
Yes, he did. Because he's cold.
Thank you for letting us know.
Yeah.
In Buffalo when he wore the pom poms. Yeah.
Okay.
Embarrassing.
Molly,
You
you
may
may continue.
continue.
You may continue.
Thanks, guys. Jeez. According to ESPN Bet, Kansas City, Philadelphia, San Francisco are all sitting with the shortest odds to win the title at plus 450. Baltimore at plus 800. Miami at plus 900 aren't far behind. All right, First Take fans, we want you to chime in. The QR code is going to pop up. Scan it, join the debate, and that will be there momentarily. We want to hear your answers as well. Okay. Stephen A., whose legacy will benefit more from a Super Bowl title? Is it Lamar Jackson or Dak Prescott?
It's Dak Prescott. There's no question. I mean, this is a man that has 2 playoff victories in 8 years. He represents America's team, associating the United States of America with perpetual mediocrity. For him to sit up there and work under an owner in Jerry Jones, who is over 80 years of age, my Libra buddy. Time's winding down. He says so, not me. And he's very, very worried. You know, he's gotten to the point where he's gotten a little bit desperate, finally doing what he should have done 30 years ago because it's the right thing to do, and putting Jimmy Johnson in the ring of honor. He is throwing all of his chips in, okay? This is what Jerry Jones is doing. Well, to close the deal, if Dak Prescott pulled that off, could you imagine what it would do for his career? I mean, if Lamar Jackson pulls it off, congratulations, Baltimore Ravens, John Harbaugh and the crew. You're a former league MVP. Here you are doing your thing, dancing around, putting on the show. You're right there mentioned with Patrick Mahomes and Joe Burrow and all of these guys. But if you're Dak Prescott, representing America's team in Big D, with the star on the helmet, with Cowboy fans, all those cockroaches everywhere, because that's what I call them. Got a nuclear bomb drop doggy, a cockroach, a rat, and a Dallas Cowboy fan will come out. You know how I feel about them. But in the end, what comes down to is this. If you sat up there and you passed gas and all of a sudden it smells like perfume because it's the Dallas Cowboys and Dak Prescott pulled this off, I mean, my God, it would change everything. It would change. You couldn't troll them anymore. They would be worthy of being called America's team. Jerry Jones, it would add years to his life. The euphoria that would exist worldwide because the Dallas Cowboys worth $9 billion when the average NFL team is worth $5 billion are the champions now. And Dak Prescott is the reason that happened. Oh, my Lord. There's no question. It would do wonders for his legacy. It ain't going to happen now. It ain't going to happen. But it would do a lot if a miracle happened, and it did.
The answer that he gave indicates that he's wrong.
Oh.
Because he said about Dallas, Jerry Jones, America's team, star on the helmet. The question was the quarterbacks.
Oh, what about?
So if you look at the quarterback and just look at it from that standpoint, not franchise, he's looking at it from a franchise perspective. I'm looking at America's team, quote unquote. I'm looking at it from a quarterback's perspective. I think this is a very big year for Lamar. He's got Burrow out. Allen is, who knows if Buffalo's going to make the playoffs. Mahomes, the Chiefs look vulnerable. Lamar's won 1 playoff game in his life. That's it. He beat the Tennessee Titans in Nashville. That is it. Lost to San Diego. Lost to Tennessee. Lost at Buffalo. This guy, he's getting paid a fortune. We all read about his holdout forever. Everybody says how great he is. His quarterback rating in postseason play is a lot worse than it is in the regular season. I think Lamar, he's got a wide open AFC. He's also got a good chance to get home field. I think, remember, Prescott's got to go beat San Francisco and Philly and probably on the road. Lamar is going to have games in his building, maybe as a 1 seed. He's got to win. I think Lamar is a huge postseason for him. I'll say him.
Doggy, you look lovely today.
Thank you.
All right, now I'm going to destroy your answer. The question isn't which quarterback will have the biggest year. The question isn't which conference is wide open. The question is strictly about legacy. Can you imagine how we would talk differently about Dak Prescott, how everybody would talk differently about Dak Prescott if he were to win a Super Bowl? Can you imagine that man? Stephen, look at me when I'm talking. Can you imagine what Stephen A. would say the morning after?
Oh, he'd have a tough day.
Dak Prescott wins a Super Bowl? I mean, my Lord, what would we talk about
You're
on
assuming
first
I showed
take?
up. You're assuming I'd show up to work.
Well,
I'd
see,
be so depressed I might not come.
That right
I
there
might not
tells
come.
me the answer. This man would have to call out sick America if Dak Prescott and the Cowboys do exactly what he has always said they could not do. As good as Dak is, as talented as Michael Parsons is, and as much as Jerry is your brother, you say his team can't pull it off?
Not like Michael
miracle?
Parsons and Trayvon Diggs are my brothers. It's a different kind of brother, but I get you. Go ahead.
I just know you was on somebody's chopper. I just know you were.
I'm going to the boat's next.
Yeah,
but
right,
go
right,
ahead.
exactly.
You may continue.
It is all about legacy and how we look at guys. I agree with you, Doggy. I think this is a big year for Lamar Jackson. I picked Lamar to be Super Bowl MVP because I thought the Ravens would be good enough to win the Super Bowl this year. However, if Dak wins a Super Bowl, it's over. You cannot. He's a guy as talented as he is. We wait for the postseason to pick him apart. It's completely different if Dak wins the Super Bowl.
I would show up to work. I'd have no choice because I'm a man, and you can't duck from certain things. I got to show up.
I want Dak's daddy here.
I'll be in Vegas for the
here.
Super Bowl, which means that I would be on the air from Vegas the next morning in all likelihood. But the bottom line is this: it's not going to happen. But if it were to happen, there is no question, y'all, the impact that it would have on Dak Prescott's legacy. First of all, we could never, ever, ever just do anything to him. We can't excoriate him the way that we've been doing.
You mean you?
Well, not just me. I mean, there's an abundance of people that have called out Dak Prescott for an inability to step up in moments. We know the brother can ball. He's no scrub. It's just that when the moment calls for him to step up, you say, I like the makeup, by the way. The makeup dab, it looks nice.
Oh, you like that?
The point is that when the man shows up, okay, if he shows up in moments, we'll give him credit where it's due. We haven't been able to do that because
Even the way you say he's no scrub, that will be erased from our lexicon forever because he's not a scrub.
He's not a scrub.
He's
not a scrub.
not. But they need to always say he's no scrub now. But
I expect the moments to rise and for him to fall in those moments. Those are my expectations.
I mean,
if he debunks that, if he eradicates that notion, okay, there's nothing else to say.
I need.
There's nothing else to say.
You're not supposed to root for teams, but I need a Cowboys Super Bowl win in like my first take lifetime, so I could see what it would do to you. Shambles. I need Steven in shambles, y'all.
You know what the bad part about it is? I'd have to sit next to her. Because you see,
I'm a Giants fan.
It doesn't matter. It wouldn't stop you from joining Cowboys Nation to mess with me.
Oh, no.
You'd milk that for all it's worth because you're a traitor. You're Benedict Arnold. That's what Molly would do. Molly would throw me under the bus in a heartbeat. In a heartbeat. The Dallas Cowboys. Is it Stephen A? You got to fess up. You got to own up. Don't get me started with the producers here and what they would do to me. They'd come up with segments to mess with me. You'd come out of hibernation on a Monday, all right, and do what are you mad about? You know what I'm saying? You'd be like, what am I happy about? You know what I'm saying? I mean, all of this other stuff. I mean, the plot thickens. Everybody would be after me. I would have no support whatsoever, and I know it. But it's not going to happen. I don't have to worry about it.
See?
It's not going to happen. I can promise y'all it ain't going to happen.
Right.
Not this year.
Can we see what America thinks?
America's right.
Thinks to the
Yes.
streets
What's the
here?
argument? They're going to say Prescott, right?
They're going to say Prescott. 62%
In other
say
words,
Dak.
Stephen A's right.
Whoa.
No surprise there. I mean, Kimberley too. Kimberly too.